Joining us now, GOP Kansas Senator Roger Marshall. Senator, it's good to see you. What's your reaction to all this? You know, it's probably going to be a court fight, but they're going to lose tens of billions of dollars at least. This is separate from welfare program funding. They're not going to touch that. This is federal grants. What do you make of it?
Yeah, Liz, well, great to be with you. I think this is one more weapon that President Trump has in the shed. Remember, President promised, his campaign promises, secure the border, make your American families safe. And look, Joe Biden left us a mess. 10 to 20 million people came across the border illegally. We're told there's 300,000 or 400,000 violent illegal aliens in there. Some of them obviously ended up in Minneapolis. And here you have a sanctuary city that's impeding law enforcement. Where I was born and raised, it was illegal to impede law enforcement. So maybe they'll understand the economic side of this and don't make any underestimation how much it causes to house and take care of these illegal aliens. I think this is one reason that housing became inflation was 50% under Joe Biden, as he flooded that market with all these new bodies.
Yeah, Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota, Democrat Tim Walz, signed a law saying it is against the law to impede ICE. Let's get your reaction to how the Democrats and the media responded to ICE raids under Barack Obama. Watch.
The Los Angeles Times quoted a woman saying that her family in Georgia, ICE agents came in, looked room to room, woke up her own kids. They were shaking with fear. Wondering if the administration can confirm that those operations have begun, and whether the White House has had input directly with DHS about how those operations should be handled.
The White House and the Department of Homeland Security have had discussions about some of these matters, but ultimately when it comes to enforcement issues, those are decisions that are made by law enforcement professionals.
Under the cloak of darkness in Chicago.
Attack one, guys.
An immigration and customs enforcement team gears up for another long day.
Copy.
Pursuing undocumented immigrants who have been convicted of crimes in the U.S. The first target?
Him in white?
A convicted cocaine dealer from Mexico who was arrested again, convicted of DUI, and released on probation. It turns out this is the target's brother. He's committed no crime and he's released. ICE officials say mistakes like this are made and endless man hours wasted trying to find people they could have picked up at the local jail.
Okay, you heard that. Obama's press secretary defending ICE raids under Obama. CNN even did a ride-along with ICE. Where was the outrage under Obama back then?
Yeah. So President Obama, the deporter-in-chief, I think that this is part of the Trump Derangement Syndrome. This is part of the hypocrisy of the Democrat Party, and Americans realize that. But at the end of the day, we're also glad that we have a president that's putting our safety, our security first, and even trying to take care of the pocketbook as well. Certainly, we understand how much money, how much fraud is going on in Minneapolis right now, in Minnesota, and a lot of that is by illegal immigrants as well. So we have President Trump's back, and we're grateful for all the ICE officers in there risking their lives.
Senator Marshall, thanks for being with us.